Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Agoraphobic Engineering, the show where I do most of the work off camera. Because it's boring to watch. It's really boring to watch, okay? In the last episode, I built this very overkill hangar. It's way bigger than anything I actually need, but it's, bigger is better. I also went ahead and moved the refinery and the assembler to what will be close to their final locations. I will, of course, at some point, hopefully this episode, replace them with their full-size counterparts. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. We'll see what happens. So that's where things left off last time. This time, I've got a few things to do. I've got to finish building the hangar. I've got a few detailing things to add some lights, and of course add the doors as well. That's going to be a big one. I want to, ideally this episode, get the refinery and the assembler upgraded, so I've got a full-size refinery and a full-size assembler. At some point, I'm going to need to replace the 4 oxygen farms that I took away, because 4 oxygen farms is not enough for one engineer if they're only in sunlight part of the day. I would really like to have more. I might just add the extra ones back onto this, so I have 8 on here instead of the 4. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I also want to get more cargo storage, because I'm kind of running out with all the components that I've built. And I'd also like more hydrogen storage at some point, because one small hydrogen tank isn't really that much when you've got 2 ships that both have a small grid large hydrogen tank on them. So at some point I'll get more of that. And while I'm here, thank you to the channel members. I have no idea why you're still here. But thanks. Thank you. So I got a couple of suggestions last time, a couple of really good ones. One was in relation to me kind of damaging the Quasimodo a little bit, but it wasn't recorded, so it didn't happen. But I did break the oxygen tank a little bit, maybe a couple of times, by smacking it on the ceiling and on the walls and things like that. Because I don't have third person, I can't see that back there. So the suggestion was made to have like a little tiny construction ship that is literally just for placing blocks. So I'd imagine it would have probably a cockpit and a grinder as well, so I can get rid of blocks that I don't mean to place. And a cockpit that's piped up so that I can get components in to my player inventory so I can actually place stuff, which is really useful. That's not going to happen this episode, because I'm lazy, but it will in theory happen before I do another hangar expansion. So the next suggestion, which I got from the comments, was to do with the new hangar, which I have since detailed. I've put in these little half slabs and the 2x1 slopes in the ceiling and in the walls. I've put in these little 2x1 tips in the corners. I haven't put them in the back just because I might want to put some more machinery there, and I would rather not have it there in the first place than have to remove it in order to put, say, a big refinery there. Or, well, I know I'm going to have a big refinery there, but in case I want to put another one there, then it would just be in the way. So I've left them out for now. Also done a little bit of detail on the back and put... Can we have some light, please? Thank you. Put the vents in. Nothing special. I've also changed this perimeter to be the 2x1 slopes. That way it kind of ties in with all the other angles, because there's nothing else in here that is the 45 degree slopes. So I decided to change this to the 2x1 slopes just to kind of tie it in. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, I can always change it later. So not a big issue. What these half slabs do allow me to do is put in windows into the ceiling and into the walls, which was the second suggestion, which I realise now that I didn't actually say. So thank you, that was a good suggestion. A skylight in the ceiling wouldn't actually really do anything because the sun kind of goes in this kind of a direction, so there isn't really any sunlight that comes down into the hangar. It's more would come in from the side from these windows. But I think I'll still add the skylight anyway, just because. And it'll also break up the outside, because this is just another big flat square. So with that, I think it's about time I get to actually doing some stuff. So let me just get a few of those in my inventory. Now, what do the window blocks need? Is it... It's these ones, the window walls. It's just steel plates. Okay, that's fine. Steel plates to place them. Now lights. I also want to do lights in there. It would be nice to be able to see. Let's see, what else? I think I'll leave everything else for now. Yeah, I'll go get the doors on, actually, for which I will need a lot more steel plates, because, let's see, there's 5 on each, so there's 10 hangar doors. They each take 350 steel plates. I looked it up. So 3,500 steel... Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot of steel plates. I will get those cooking. 24,000... Oh my god. Oh my god, do I have that much iron? That's actually quite bad. Iron. No, I do not have that much iron. Okay, I'm going to be back in a minute when I've actually got enough iron for that. Oops. Okay, right. Well, I am all out of iron again. That was pretty quick, but I do at least have the 3,500 plus a few extra required for the hangar doors. And I've also gotten all the components that I'm going to need for the doors and the windows, I think, into the cargo containers of the Quasimodo. So with that, I'm going to go outside and get placing some blocks. Right. Okay, so Control G. I want the hangar doors. I also want the lights on, please. That's better. Right. Okay, I want that colour, please. I want the blue. And now, which ones did I use for this? I think it was just the normal warfare hangar doors. And then the windowed one in the middle, I think. Yeah, it was the normal ones, and then the windowed one in the middle. In the middle. So I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do is put the normal warfare ones on the outside, like that. Then windowed one will go in the middle, but I can't place it yet because it won't attach. So I'll do the hangar door 2 there. And then, where's the one with the window? The windowed one will go in the middle. Like that. Okay. Right, one thing I did not foresee was having the bottoms of these visible. So, in that case, I might... Let's see, let's have a look. Let's grab this colour and get some slopes in there. If I can place it in there, please, thank you. And get that one in. Okay, get that in there. Okay. And also the tops of these will be visible, but I think what I'm going to do is put the armour panels over the top of it. Just like that. Just like that. So, I am going to weld these up, and instead of just skipping this time, I'm actually going to do a time lapse, so I'm actually going to record this, which might be a little stupid because I might run out of materials, but we'll see how it goes. Okay. Okay. I'll tell you what, I might get rid of these armor slopes because the armor edge stops there just abruptly, and that will kill me. I will die of OCD from that. But other than that, I like how that looks. It's pretty... It's kind of a bit brutalist, but it works. It is functional. Bit more squared off than the other one, but can't really avoid that unless I make it a block taller, which I don't really want to do. Seems a bit unnecessary, but hey-ho, I'll figure something out. So that's that for the hangar doors. Now what I wanted to do for the ceiling and that wall was cut out bits of it and then put in the I forget what it's called. It's the window block, but it only takes a half block. So I happen to know that it's these half armor blocks that... Oh, it was pressurized. Oh, that was... Oh, I did not see that being a problem. Oops. That was probably a lot of oxygen that I just vented. Oops. Okay, that's probably going to come back to bite me later, but I will soldier on for now, with existential dread in the back of my mind. I'll get the rest of this cut out, and then I will remember to not make it airtight, or to go in and open the hangar doors, because that's probably a sensible thing to do. Right, where it's these two middle blocks here, so this one, yep. Those two blocks, and then it's these two, skip a row. Perfect, right. Okay, now, no, I wanted Control G, there we go. And let's see. Window wall, that was what the block was called, right. So, I want that there. I want another one there. And I want that one there. And then that there. Okay, right, making progress. Right, let's see if I have enough components. I do! Excellent. Cool. That looks good, actually. I like that. I like that a lot. Right. Before I... Actually, I can put in the blocks on the top. I just can't weld them up yet. So I'm going to put these blocks at the top in. Okay, right. Before I weld those up, I am going to go into the control panel and open those hangar doors so that it doesn't vent. Again, that was a little bit sketchy. That was not good. There's at least still three bars on the oxygen tank, so I've at least got 75% of oxygen still left, which is better than it could be, I guess. Oh, Christ. So, control panel. Oh my god, that's a lot of hangar doors. That's all 10 of them. We want them open. Large hangar door. Because it's a hangar door and it's large. I already clicked save. Whatever. They are open. They can now be set to show block in terminal off, and yep, that's all good. 75.7%. That's not too bad, actually. That's not too... I think it was at like 82, so it's what, like 7% I've lost? Is that maths right? Yeah, about right. About 7% lost, so it's not the end of the world, but it's definitely not good. Let's not do that again. Let's not do that again. Now I'm gonna get that ceiling finished up. Get this all welded. Turn the lights back on. Oh, what have I left out? Construction components and more construction components. Okay. That's not too big of an issue. I should have plenty of those. I'm actually just going to dock on this connector. See if I can line myself up. Can I line myself up? I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my docking camera. There we go. I've got big smarts, don't I? Yeah. Look at me go. I needed construction components. Put them in there, please. Okay. Okay, still got loads of stuff left. Right. 8. And then... should be able to just... yep, there we go. Get the welder back out. Turn the lights back on. And... all done. All done. Yeah, that breaks up the monotony of the surfaces quite well, I think. Excellent. Excellent. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the miner out of the hangar. That's the wrong remote control. Let's see. Right. 4, there we go. Is there anything in the miner? No, it feels heavier than usual. It's probably just me. It's probably fine. And I'm going to put it on this connector here, just temporarily. There we go. I really should get a docking connector. I mean a docking camera. Whatever. Right, that's that done. So now I'm going to see if I can put any lights in the other hangar. This is where the little tiny construction ship would come in handy, because this thing barely fits in here. And I don't think it fits in here vertically. Nope, no it does not. Okay. Oh, okay. That's, yep. Bonk. I'm gonna... wait, can I flip the thing out? Yes, I can. That does fit. Okay. I'm gonna want a warning light spinning in the top, like the one that's in this hangar. I'm gonna want a couple of lights near the door, so... let me get... why is... okay, that's whatever. Get the lights up. Think if I put... what orientation are these ones in? I'm very anal about this. They're that orientation. And they're also going to be blue, because I say so. So one of those there. One of those there. And then for the spinny light... this one I think can go here. And then I can get some regular interior lights. Put them that way, because why not? And have them there. Those are the normal lights, I guess. I'm going to weld those up, see if that actually gives off enough light, if I can figure out how again. There we go. I'm gonna dock up and I'm gonna figure out the lighting settings.
3 hours later.
Okay, that's decent for the ceiling. For inside, I might want to put another light there and then another light. Except I can't do that, can I? Let's try this. That's the wrong tool. I just want to get rid of that light. There we go. Okay, right. Now this one. Okay, right. Rotate. Rotate. No, no, that's not what I wanted to... okay, I don't know what I ground down there. It was the hangar door. Definitely don't want to grind that down. I would like to keep that. Right. Okay, alright. Right, correct orientation this time. I think what I'm going to do is... no, I want the normal interior lights, please. I'm going to do that. And then that, and then have these running the entire length of the hangar. I don't think I'll be able to fit them in here because, again, there's probably going to be a refinery back here and maybe some, at least one, maybe two assemblers. I'll keep that there for now. And then for the orange ones by the door, I think if I just have them there, that should work nicely. Yeah. Okay. Okay, right. I'm gonna get those lights configured now. See what it looks like. And I think that's good for the ceiling. I might want some lights like on the floor level. I think, what did I do in here? I did some lights on the wall there. A light back there. Yeah, I think I'll put a light like here on each of the walls there, and can't really put one on that wall, but I could put some inset lights on this back wall here to kind of mirror what I've done. I could actually replace these two blocks with inset lights, just to give some light back here, which would be nice. Yeah, I think I'll give that a go. Time-lapse time. That works, I think. I think that works. The floor is a little bit dark. I could put an inset light maybe here and here. Or maybe actually, probably on this block, actually. Or mark out the four corners. That's a good idea, actually. Mark out the four corners of what is technically the landing pad with the inset lights. I think I'm going to do that. Let's see. I'm going to get some interior plate because that is required for the... I'm going to get some interior plate because that is required for the, whatever they're called, the inset lights. I can never remember blocks in this game. Right. Get these two welded up. Okay, let's have a look at what that looks like just off rip. It looks terrible because the radiuses aren't set. Radiuses? Radii, technically, whatever. They aren't set properly. Right. 8. Okay, more inset lights. Let's do 7.5, 1 and 1, and then, what does that look like? That looks quite good. Still could use a little bit more light in the back, I think. I might figure that out once I have the machines put back here, because then I'll know for certain what is going to be back here. Yeah, I'm happy with that for now. I think if I now turn those lights off and then turn on the warning lights and get those all set up, I think that will be good. That has just brought thought into my mind, because next update they're adding, you can set these lights to a specific color, which is going to be really cool, so I could have these lights in the floor turn orange when the lights switch over, and same with those lights back there. I don't know, could be cool. We'll see though. I think for now I'll get all those lights turned off. Yeah, that works. I think if these lights were then turned on to that same color, I think that would work. Let's see, are they at any different brightnesses though? Intensity 2, okay, alright. Okay, I do wonder if you'll be able to set the intensity of lights with the next update. That will be interesting. But I think for now that's good. So in that case, I think I'm going to update all these groups and then see if it actually works, which will be interesting.
8:01 p.m.
Okay, so in theory that's all set up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the hangar outer doors group, which is now all of the doors in theory. Yep, 13, that's the right amount. Then close them all, and in theory it should just work. And I should be able to get out of the Quasimodo and breathe in this atmosphere. And the lights should turn on. Okay. Hey, that works. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Oh, there's no gravity in here. Okay, yep. I will need to fix that. But it works. It works. That's really good. That is really good. And now, if I go and like close the sliding hatch door. Yep, turns the lights off. Depressurizes, which might take a while. Okay, and then opens the doors. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, right, I'm going to go to the other hangar where, with this thing being the Quasimodo, and I'm going to fix the gravity because I don't want to be caught out. Why is the R2H2 generator turned off? All those lights turned off. Curious I am. Okay, right. Gravity. Now, which way is which? I'm assuming width is this direction. Actually, I'm going to get in a seat. It's hidden. Okay. Field width. What do we reckon? Now, the new hangar is, what? 7 blocks wide. So if I put an extra 7 blocks on, that's 7 times 2.5 is a number that I cannot figure out. 7 times 2.5. 16.5? No. Wait, what? Why am I trying to do this in my head? I'll just get a calculator. Oh my goodness. Why am I like this? 7 times 2.5. It's 17.5. Okay. Right. So that needs to go on to that side, but it'll increase it both sides, so then times that by 2, so 35. So if I put that to 65 meters, in theory, I can then, and I actually could cut this wall out. I'm gonna try that, actually. Oh, okay. Okay, so there's no gravity here. Right, that's interesting. I can walk on the ceiling. Oh. Ow. Okay, so I should actually gravity generator. Show it on HUD so I can see the range. Ah, there you go. So if I extend it another 5 meters, I want to say. Let's go 70. Then it'll be to there. Perfect. Perfect. There's no gravity up in the ceiling, but that doesn't really matter that much. And there's gravity all the way back here. That is lovely. That is lovely. I am happy with that. I'm going to get rid of the rest of this wall. Cue the time lapse. I'll probably put some relaxing music over this or something.
Inventory
Oh, inventory full. Oh, come on, dude. Right. That's the wall cut out. It looks quite silly with just this. I'm going to cut this away. This, I never used this anyway. I think that's to open this door or something. I think it's... I don't know what it did. I don't know what it did. But it's not there anymore. That's looking good. This kind of looks a bit off, where you can see that. I don't... I might experiment with bringing this part of the wall a block further, so it covers these up. Maybe. I don't know. I'm also going to turn the ground. I could just go up to it, couldn't I? I can just walk there. I can just walk over there, except I can't actually get around the Quasimodo because it's fat. Let's see. Gravity generator. Show on HUD off. Okay. I'm not sure I will keep this row of blocks being armor blocks. I might change them out for interior walls, although I think this one is... Yeah, that's an inverted corner, so that might be a little bit difficult. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep that one as an armor block. I don't know. I will see. I will do some experimenting. But that is really good. That is really nice. Oh, excuse me. I've just thought of something really stupid I can try. If I try and move the Quasimodo to this connector over the barrels... I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. Famous last words. Right. Do it fit over the barrels? It does. It does fit. Yes. Look at that. Look at that. And now what I can do is I can bring the miner back inside. So I'm going to do that now, because I want to see both of my ships in the hangar. Right. Where is the remote control? That's the connector. That's not the remote control. I'm being silly. In a surprise to absolutely no one. Right. Oh, should I reverse it in? Would that look... I'm going to reverse it in. That this doesn't have a backwards face. Screw it. Screw it. This is really dumb. I'm not going to... I'm so tempted. Actually, you know what? You know what I can do? Because there's a hole in the wall here. I can just spin it around inside the hangar. Right, the connector's there. Okay. There we go. There we go. Right, control 1, 4. Perfect. Right, now does that button still work? No, it doesn't. Okay, right, I'm going to set this button. Where's hangar outer doors closed? Is it working? Is it... It worked. It worked. It worked. It's worked. Yes. That's cool. Oh, like... That's a sense of accomplishment right there. Yes. I am going to end the episode. I'm going to stub my toe on these crates. And then I'm going to end my... that completely messed me up. Oh my goodness. I'm going to end the episode there. That's a decent amount of progress done. The new hangar works, and there's doors on it, and I can stand here and jump around because there's gravity and there's oxygen. I can breathe. It's lovely. It's wonderful. It's huge. Not what she's... What? I am, at the end of the day, still a 12-year-old, ladies and gentlemen, and with that, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and as always, take care. Bye-bye.